Hey YouTube, hello 8-Rack players, fans. Um, I'm trying something that might sound crazy, but some of my best ideas come out of crazy things. So, what am I trying here? Well, there's been a lot of discussion about Waste Not and Bitter Blossom, and the idea that, do we need an alternate win con in 8-Rack? And I think the answer is clearly and absolutely yes. So, what are we just have so very limited options based on the type of lock we're running with Ensnaring Bridge. So, I've been playing Standard a lot lately, and I take what I learned in Standard and I try and adapt it to see if any of it works in Modern, just for fun because I enjoy doing it. But one card that I've been thinking about for 8-Rack for a long time now is Pack Rat, and it's about to rotate out. So I've been playing it a lot in Standard, and I just let's think about this. Okay, for an alternate win condition, Pack Rat. You're not taking any damage like you are from Bitter Blossom. Now, you can use it as a token generator, and they get rather large rather quickly. And the other nice little bonus is that it gets free pump off of Mutavault, which I didn't know for a long time. I was playing Mono Black in Standard actually in paper, and I was, playing Pack Rats, and I actually lost a match. And the guy's like, "Why didn't you just swing with all of those rats and Mutavaults?" I'm like, "Well, they're all 2/2s. I couldn't have done lethal." He's like, "Dude, the Pack Rats pump off the Mutavaults too. Those are rats. It's any rat." So yeah, they can get rather huge. Like, you swing with 2 Pack Rats and 2 Mutavaults. That's 2/4/4s and 2/2/2s. That's 12 damage, and that is a very feasible scenario to be swinging with that. So it comes down for 2 mana, and yeah, it is a removal magnet. That's its main downside here. Like, the Waste Not and Bitter Blossom are impervious to removal for the most part, but the Pack Rat, since it's going to be our only target, it's going to get removed. But they're going to have to deal with that right away. So it is a threat, and it is the type of threat that people who have ever played against it know you have to get rid of it very quickly because it gets out of hand very, very quickly. And the other nice bonus of this card is it turns any card you rip into a great top deck. You cannot, if you have Pack Rat on the table, you cannot draw a bad card or a useless card because you just pitch it to this thing and make that bigger. So if you get, like, that Wrench Mine when they're out of cards, you're like, "Oh, well, that's useless." No, it's not. It's a rat. And it's not just the lands too. And Raven's Crime does that for lands, and that's one of the most amazing parts about Raven's Crime and its ability to give us great top decks. One of the best facets of this deck. Many decks don't have stuff like that, but that in itself is great. Now we've got two ways to do that, and this really doesn't impact us. It's taking up the slot. I made it a full 4, so I did up the slot to a full 4 slots of the deck devoted to nothing but alternate win conditions. So even if I only ever drop it on turn 2 or something, or you drop it wherever, you can drop it on turn 2 if you've got nothing else, but don't feel pressured to, because it's great late game too. This thing comes out and it sits under an Ensnaring Bridge, and that's the other thing I want to talk about. Its ability to work with the Ensnaring Bridge. Now, how is it going to do that? It gets too big, it can't track. Well, yeah, that's true. But if that's the case, now your Ensnaring Bridge isn't, super critical. You sit there every turn, if you're not doing anything else, and you're like waiting for your Shrieking to come, or you're waiting for that rack or something to kill them with, or you're just sitting there lilying or whatever. You have it locked out, but you're waiting. This card, even if your hand is completely empty, this card starts building up huge amounts of Pack Rats. And then if they pop your bridge away, or bounce it, or destroy it, or whatever, oh well, they still have to deal with all these fucking Pack Rats. So that's, that's interesting. So it takes the pressure off your bridge. And I was thinking that would be really, really good in a lot of matches. So where did I took, like I said, I took one, I added one slot to my alternate win conditions, and I took it away from the removal, and I changed the removal into being Spellskite, because I think with the Pack Rat and the Spellskite there, we can, rely on Lily in our discard as our removal, and then hide behind Bridge, of course, too. So I took out the creature removal, and I put this in because he can chump block pretty well. I mean, it's a 0/4. And he protects everything else, including Pack Rat. Hello. So, it's like, oh, they got to get rid of it. Well, they got to get rid of the freaking Spellskite first. So it's nice. I think this might... I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic. So that's the deck tech, I guess. That's all I got to really say about Pack Rat. But I don't want to oversell it. I don't want to get overexcited about it. But I was thinking about it, and I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I finally said, I'm just going to try it out. I'm kind of getting out of standard for a little while, coming back to modern. And so, it's been in the back of my mind rolling around. But when I sat down and really looked at it and put it on paper, I was seeing a lot of good stuff coming out of this card. No life loss, token generator, completely optional. It could just sit there and swing for one or whatever. If they remove it, they remove it. I mean, that is going to be it's going to be a factor. But we have other things for them to use their removal on as well. And maybe I'll go. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We have other targets for their removal as well. And if we're smart with our discard, we can use it to abuse this. Just a couple of them on the field it's almost good game. Like if they reproduce one time, it's very difficult, because if you leave the mana open, you got cards in your hand, they remove it, you just respond to it with making another one. I mean, it's very annoying and difficult to get rid of. So let's just see how it goes. I mean, okay, I'm just going to shut up now, and we're just going to go into the play lobby and just try it out, I guess. And this is total test, and maybe I have been known to get excited about cards and then have them be flops, but I don't know. This might be a breakthrough. This might be the type of breakthrough that the deck really needs to jump to the next level. But we'll see how it goes. It doesn't have what I want to test, but it is a very solid hand, so I've got to keep that. You get a hand like that and you don't keep it, just roll your face on the keyboard until you pass out, because that's a great hand. And I'm going first. Nothing like a little discard on turn one. Ooh, twin. Something of the sort. Those wrench mines are going to do massive amounts of work. Oh, some kind of combo thing. Oh, he got the amulet out. Shit. That's not great. He gets out huge fatties really easily. That's what this whole deck does, basically. Or it storms out. I don't know. It either dumps a lot of huge creatures for Genesis Wave or something like that, or storms or something. I can't remember. He's probably thinking about going off here. He's like, don't want to get another one of those. If I draw a land, I'll hit it for 3 cards next turn. 3 cards for sure. I start with a Thoughtseize. If there's a Wayward Artifact, I'll get it. Summer Bloom. Teleria. That's like, yeah, we gotta get rid of that for sure. Yeah, that'll slow him down. Yeah, good. That's good. I have no clue whatsoever on what that deck does, like how it, what its win condition is. I have no idea. I might just try and let it roll naturally and just see how it goes. That hand is pretty thin. That is a pretty thin hand. But it's the type of hand where if I draw Raven's Crime, it becomes, you know, almost the nuts. Oh, I did not want to see that shit. I need a Raven's Crime or a Lily, big time. Probably shouldn't have capped a hand that only had one fucking spell in it. He doesn't have his amulet, is one good thing. Ooh. Yeah, I got you, because he might have, I don't know if he's got the amulet or not, but actually it's primeval. So it does, it is beatdown plan. It is a beatdown plan. This has got to go. There's no question about that. So good. It's a beatdown plan, and my bridges will pretty much lock him out. He hasn't seen bridge, so he's not going to be any kind of quick without that. So I have several turns, you know, Wrench Mine, hopefully get the Raven's Crime here. And I did not want to see that. I did not want to see that. One Titan gone. Without that amulet, that deck is really slow. But this kind of shit is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Still, if the Raven's Crime rip would be phenomenal here. Raven's Crime is the best card to rip. Oh, I hit it! I hit that shit. That's pretty freaking sweet. I'm gonna do all of it. all of that I can. I mean, if that's not doing work, I don't know what is. He's like, no way does he have another one. Yep. That is insane. That is insane. Yeah, I'm done for my turn. That's insane. I can't believe that just happened. This is another Dakmor loop. This is another Dakmor loop scenario. Because I do have a win condition. I got hit the beater. He's gonna scoop. I can just swing with Mutavault. So I didn't get to show off the Pack Rat, unfortunately. But I did get to beat Amulet of Vigor, which is pretty annoying deck, let's be honest. I think they call it Kangaroo or something. No wonder did he quit. I got 4 of them in there. I didn't end up seeing any of them. But tell me what you guys think. Okay, so I didn't get to show it on this particular video, but I'm going to be doing videos. I'm going to be showing Pack Rat. I'm going to be testing the hell out of Pack Rat. And I don't know if it's been mentioned on the thread, on my primer thread before. If it has, it hasn't been mentioned since the very beginning, and I don't recall anyone ever mentioning Pack Rat. So yeah, let's just talk about it and let me know what you guys think. Later.